Hi there and welcome back or welcome to Just the Facts. Do-it-yourself videos, where I try to fix what I can with what I got. This makes it as cheap as I can with only parts you can't fix it without. The car I'm messing with today is a 2010 series Ford Escape. Today's video is about fixing the rear wiper motor and the washer pump that goes to the back. The pump works on the front window, but not the back. Another related issue is that the washer reservoir drains quickly when filled up. I've come to find a combination of problems with my rear wiper. I got a new wiper motor because the old was seized up and wouldn't turn at all. The end was locked on solid, and I couldn't get that off either. So my solution for that was to take the plastic enclosure to the wiper motor off, grab an angle grinder, and make the motor go away from the rear. It was interesting. Sparks were flying, no fires, fun times, and I didn't smash the window doing it. How's that for a bonus? Here's a picture of it. Feel free to WTF it. I even sent it to some buddies for a laugh. This would definitely fit the meme of the term, I wasn't asking. This video isn't exactly in order. Watch towards the end to see how you can get at things. So far, I've seen 2 videos on it, and my method looks the quickest and easiest. One video has them taking off the full front. Wow, now that is totally overkill. First off, I found this bottom plastic clamp that was loose that attaches to the rear washer pump outlet. For this pump it has 2 outlets, and it reverses polarity to direct the flow. I noticed the front pump connector was same, but just tighter, so got a zip tie and cranked it tight. Job done. Has worked great since. The pump simply slides back in. I was worried it would be a cracked wiper fluid reservoir or a busted wiper pump, but I guess I got lucky. The front bottom clip snaps back in fairly easy. You may need to bend it out a bit for it to fit in at the right angle. I gave it a few good slaps in place with my hand and fist. It seemed to pop back in okay. You see the minimal screws to take out. Then just grab and pull the front clip. Maybe a plastic trim tool. I made one as I couldn't find my usual one like usual. A protected flathead screwdriver would help also. I have a forked garden weeding tool that works pretty good as well. It was pretty quick, less than half an hour. This was a crazy issue for me as I got the car in the winter and had to keep stopping at gas station to clean. I had a spray bottle that I'd spray the front from the sunroof. Good times, let me tell you. The wiring diagram is fairly useful. This particular connector in the back will tell you most of what you need to know. On the top you'll see F43 and F19 at the smart junction box. Those are the typical fuses that provide constant and switched accessory power. This car had some bizarre things going on with it, with wire bypassing fuses and going directly to box by being pressed in. Things looked crispy. A fuse was melted and blown. Unfortunately, replacing fuse did not fix my problem. For the love of all, go to an auto parts store and get an add-a circuit. Sometimes they are a bit tricky to slide in, but fill them with the proper fuses and ensure you don't fry something if you are going to try and be a DIY guy. For this car, the switched accessory is not exactly obvious. Much reading, and best choice seems to be fuse 31. It says it's restraints control module and looks like airbag symbol. Just a mention, I use fuse location 1, which is a spare for constant 12 volts. And there is an easy access plug hole by the brake pedal to run your amp, and other constant wire direct to battery if by chance that was needed. I've included speaker wiring and other wiring diagrams I found for other issues that you may find useful. You can use a multimeter to test the plug on the wiper motor. I found I had constant plus 12 volts on blue-red wire had. You hook to yellow-purple and gray-yellow. Then can switch the wiper control knob on steering column and tone check continuity to see if that is an issue. Then I find I have no ACC on the gray wire. This is a common issue, or so I've read in forums. Part they don't tell you is where to look for it. Now you can rip the car apart to follow the wire. Or you can do the handy, add a circuit to fuse location 31, and run a wire to the back like I have. I'm also running switcher power to an amp, the light illumination wire to the stereo, and am powering a dash cam using the same location. So definitely safe to use for a few things you may need accessory-style power for. You'll see the connector I found with electrical tape, and some network cable I happen to have around. I traced this using a wire toner I just happen to have from a past life fixing telco issues that sends audio down the wire and has an amplified coil wand to follow it. Wiring issues will drive you nuts, so maybe just skip a bunch of stuff and check this particular wire first in the back. Open the rear door pull-down ceiling cover and look to the right. You will see this connector. If you have no plus 12 volts when you turn the key, this is your issue. Run the wire from fuse 31 like I've said, and you are back in business. Just to mention that this wiper motor sometimes just stops mid-swipe. This will cause battery drain as it will be constantly trying to reset. The motor will probably be hot, or the 25 amp fuse will be missing if you just bought the car. Really hope you are liking the Ford Man flying wings. Fun trivia, the Batmobile was a Lincoln Futura. I make the stickers, you can check for link in description for all useful related parts and tools and where to get. Please like, subscribe, and leave a quick message. I try to reply quickly and will do my best to help. Please use common sense and do not try stuff that is way beyond your depth. Please ask me questions before you toast something you'll regret. I'm not a licensed mechanic, I fix things because I'm unlucky and stuff breaks a lot, and I'm lacking funds, so have to do bush fixes most of the time to the extent I've made it an art form. All kidding aside, maybe this is a disclaimer, but I really just want you to have a working device. Just ask before you jump in. Sharp stuff is sharp. Wires will poke you, your back will hurt, your knees will hurt. But I'll even do a custom video if it'd help make it easier or clarify it for you.